All right, next one is you use medical with like a leaf emoji. Another one, you never respond to DMs. I mean, I definitely, okay, this is false. Next one is you're not friends with anymore. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm gonna be doing an assumptions about me video. I haven't done one in so long. I really love doing like the Q&As, assumptions, like true false type videos. I think they're really fun and it's just a cool different way for y'all to get to know me a little bit better. So I asked you guys on Instagram for any assumptions about me, and I'm just gonna go through them and give y'all my honest answer whether your assumption is right or your assumption is wrong. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and start off with the first one right here, and it says you never lose your temper. So this assumption is wrong. I lose my temper all the time. I can be super impatient. I think especially when you become a mom, like before I was a mom, I think I was very patient. And then once you become a mom, especially with like more than one kid, it's hard to keep your patience. And it's easy to lose your temper. And I think that's just totally natural. I wish that I could control it better, and I do work on that. But you know, you just get overwhelmed so easily, especially when you're home with your kids all day and both of them want your attention like 100%. It gets difficult for sure. So I definitely lose my temper. I wish I didn't, but I'm only human. Okay, next one. You got bad grades in high school. This assumption is true. I didn't get the best grades in high school. I would say I was like a C average student with a couple B's, maybe an A here and there. I don't even honestly remember. And then a couple D's as well. So I did not get the best grades in high school, but in college they got better and better. And by my senior year, I was on the dean's list. So yeah, high school was just like one big party for me, honestly. Next one is you're not friends with the YouTube moms anymore. So this assumption is false. I'm still friends with like pretty much all of the YouTube moms that I was friends with in the past. I don't really know who exactly you mean when you say the YouTube moms. I am assuming that you mean the girls that I went to Vegas with, but I'm still friends with mostly all of them. We don't talk every single day, and I wouldn't say we're like as close as we used to be, but I think that's just natural. As you get older, your friendships change. We still all keep in touch, and I'm still friends with those girls, but you know, we just don't talk as often as we used to. A couple of them I say I would probably talk to more than others, but yeah. Next assumption is you don't believe in God. So that is false. I do. I am not the most religious person. I never was. I am Jewish and I was raised Jewish, but I, you know, quit Sunday school because I just cried and I didn't want to go. And like a Sunday school dropout. It's funny. But yeah, I just never really became super religious, but I do believe in God. Next assumption is you're a very overprotective mom. I would say this assumption is true. I can definitely be what they call a helicopter mom, and I wish I wasn't, but that's just like instilled in me. I think my mom's also like overprotective in the way that she just like worries a lot, and I now worry a lot as well. I just like always grew up with my mom just like worrying all the time. My grandmother's the same way. And I definitely got that trait. Probably not as bad as them. They're like over worriers. I'm a little bit more laid back than that, but I do worry, and especially when it comes just to like being outside, like with the street right next to us, like I just get like very, I don't know, I guess my anxiety is just crazy when we're near water, like at the pool or like the beach, or if we're outside near the street, things like that. I just get extremely worried. So I don't know if that's like overprotective. I guess it is overprotective. But like, especially like in today's world, I just feel like you kind of need to be like extra cautious of things. And I've just heard like all the horror stories, and just, you know, it gets to you after a while. And as much as I wish that I wasn't like a helicopter mom, I definitely think I am. I have like a lot of friends who I feel like are so laid back and so easygoing with their kids, and just like let them do whatever, and and they're still smart about it. I wish that I could be like that sometimes, because I'm like so high stress level with my kids when we're like out and about, because I'm always so worried that it would be it would be much nicer just to like relax. And maybe at some point I'll get that way, but you know, knowing me, I'll probably always be this way. You and Alex come from wealthy families, which gave you a financial head start in life. This assumption is false. I think a lot of people actually believe this too. So I have worked for everything that I have, and Alex has worked for everything that he has. So I'm not gonna go into like the background of like our families or anything like that. I feel like that's just kind of like personal, but neither of us were given anything, and we are where we are today because of how hard both of us worked. Especially Alex, you guys know that he is like an extremely hard worker, and he does not take any handouts at all. He doesn't want any handouts. He wants to work for everything that he has. So this is just such a false assumption, and I've actually heard this before. People are like, "Oh, you guys, you know, you're wealthy, or you have money, or whatever, because your families had it." And it's like, that couldn't be further from the truth. We are both very hard workers, especially Alex. And that's why we are in the position that we are. And you know, Alex is so good with money too, with like budgeting and everything like that. So, okay, next one is you listen to mostly country or 90s, 2000s music, not hip hop or R&B music. So this is, I would say this is kind of true and false. I do love the 90s. Y'all know I'm all about the 90s. That is like by far my favorite music, favorite decade, favorite everything. I also love the 2000s. I feel like anytime I hear kind of like alternative rock or like indie rock or even pop or anything from the 2000s, I instantly think of like high school and I think of college. So it brings back a lot of good memories. So I love that music. I do love hip hop and R&B music as well, especially 90s hip hop and R&B. Like, that was the best. I don't listen to rap. Alex loves rap. That's like his kind of music. I don't like it. You know, I can get down with like some Snoop Dogg and like maybe some like 90s old school rap, but nothing from today. I'm just like not about that. Someone said, let's do a this or that 90s edition. Oh my gosh, that would be so much fun. I would definitely do that. Another one, you never respond to DMs. I mean, okay, this is false because she said you never respond. I definitely respond to DMs. I actually get a lot of messages from people saying that saying that they love that I always respond. And the truth is I try and respond as much as I can, but if I know a lot of influencers or social media people or whatever say this, but if I literally sat down and just tried to respond to all my DMs, it would be my whole day. I wouldn't be able to get anything else done. So usually when I'm having downtime, like if I'm watching a movie or TV at night, or I'm going to the bathroom, honestly, or, you know, whatever, and I'm just kind of looking on my phone, like I'll go through my DMs and I'll answer which ones I can. Sometimes people are asking for like a specific link or like a specific question, which I need to go like look up on my computer or whatever, and I'm in the middle of doing something, and so I just don't have the time to do it, and sometimes I forget, honestly, to go back and answer that DM. So I'm not purposely ignoring y'all or anything like that. I just like forget. I'm like, oh yeah, let me get to this, and you know, then they can see that I opened it and read it and didn't respond and I look like an asshole, but that's not the case. I literally am just in the middle of something or whatever, and I can't get back to you, and then I forget. So if that happens, honestly, you guys just bother me. Just message me again and be like, hey, you never got back to me. But I do try and answer DMs as much as I can, but I just can't get to all of them. And then a lot of the time I'll just kind of scroll through, and if people are asking the same question, I'll go ahead and just post the answer on stories for you guys. All right, next assumption. It says, you are so easy to be friends with and you're a girl's girl. And I would say this is true. I feel like I am a very easy friend, like a person that can just easily get along with like everyone, like so many different kinds of people. I've always been like that. I love meeting people. I love becoming friends with people. I love pleasing people, which isn't the best trait. I'm definitely a people pleaser, but I just like everyone to be happy. I don't like drama, and I don't like conflict or confrontation. Oh my gosh, it just gives me anxiety. I hate that. But I also don't like people walking all over me too. So, you know, I have to like kind of learn how to balance that whole thing. But I am a girl's girl. I have so many girlfriends from all different parts of life, from, you know, when I was younger to when I was in high school to college to, you know, people who I worked with, people who I've met through YouTube and social media, people who I've met, you know, here in North Carolina. So many different girlfriends, and I love them all, and I love being friends with girls. All right, next one is, and I actually gotten this a few times, but Next one is you're Republican, and I'm not gonna get into politics. If you've been following me for a while, you probably can figure out my political views, but I don't openly talk about politics because I feel like you're not supposed to really talk about politics, religion, like all those things. Just stay away from that if you're on social media, because unless you want to get into it with people, I just don't have the time of day to go back and forth. Everyone believes different things. Everyone should be able to think for themselves. Everyone should be able to believe what they truly believe in. That's totally fine with me, and I respect everyone for believing in what they want to believe in, but I'm not going to get into politics. I'm not going to go into what party I'm in. All right, next one is you use medical with like a leaf emoji, so I'm assuming that's marijuana. No, I don't. I have not smoked weed. I don't even remember the last time I smoked weed. I might have like had like a brownie or something like that maybe like 10 years ago. But honestly, I've said this so many times, I used to smoke weed a lot in high school, to the point where now I feel like I made myself dumb. Like my memory sucks, you guys. I don't know why, but I just like have the worst memory. Like if someone brings something up and they're like, hey, remember when this happened? I'll be like, oh my gosh, yes. And then I'll remember it. But if I'm trying to think of something, like, no, it's not gonna come to me, which really sucks. And I feel like it had a lot to do with the fact that I smoked weed in high school, like all the time. Maybe not, but that's just what I equate it with. So anyway, I used to do that all the time. Then suddenly I started getting super paranoid from smoking so much. And I hated that feeling. I would feel so paranoid. I feel like the cops were right near me, or like the cops were looking for me. I feel like my friends were talking about me. I feel like people were judging me. It was hard and it sucked, and so I just stopped doing it. And then after that, once in a while I would do it at like a party if I was like drinking and, you know, whatever. A little bit, like I'd smoke a little bit, but even then I just don't like the feeling, so I don't do it. Next one, you are shy. So I don't think this is true. I would say when I was little I was super shy. I was like to the point where it was like a problem. I was so shy. I would be attached to my mom's leg at all times. Wherever we went, I would just be like hugging her leg. I didn't want to talk to anyone. And that's actually why I quit Sunday school, because I was so shy. I didn't want to be around people. I never did brownies. I never did Girl Scouts. My mom said she always tried to get me into sports and activities, and I just never wanted to go. I just wanted to be with her and at home. And I guess finally I grew out of that. I think in middle school I was still super shy. And by the time I got to high school, I don't know if I blossomed or whatever, but that's really when I had the most fun. I just met so many people. I came out of my shell. Then I just became super social and outgoing, and I feel like to this day I'm still like that. I don't always feel like talking to people. Like some days I just have those days where it's like I don't want to talk to anyone, I don't want to see anyone, I just kind of want to like chill by myself. But I think that's normal. All in all, I'm definitely not shy anymore. Next one is you shop every day. This is false. I do shop a lot more than I used to, mostly because I'm an influencer and I like to try out things and share things with you guys, and it's kind of part of the job, I guess. But I don't shop every day at all. Oh my gosh, could you imagine? Alex would be like, what is happening? Next one is you're a little disorganized. This is so true. A lot more than a little. I am a lot disorganized. I'm so disorganized, and I wish I wasn't. Something I'm working on. Next assumption is you're loving life right now. Yes, this is true. I think I always love life. I've really never gone through a period where I'm like, I hate life. I'm very thankful for that, and I'm grateful for my life. And I'm just, all in all, like naturally a positive, happy person. So I always try to think of like the cup half full. I always try to think of the brighter side. I always try to think of just the good things going on. And I think that has always helped me be happy. Next one is you are afraid of not being or looking perfect for YouTube. So this is false. I mean, I definitely want to look my best, especially when you put yourself on camera. After years and years of being on social media, I do like look at myself and like you kind of pick yourself apart. Whereas before you're on camera, you never think of those things. And then you do, and you're like, oh, this, and this. I don't try to be perfect. I mean, there are things that like I try to change. I try to be better. I think everyone should try to be better, but I definitely don't try to be perfect. And I don't think I am at all. You guys see my vlogs. You guys see how I am. I'm like crazy. I'm a mess. I'm a hot mess most of the time. So I mean, I would never think that someone would watch my YouTube videos or like look at my Instagram and be like, oh, her life is perfect. Because I feel like I do share a lot, and I share the real stuff. I don't know. I mean, I definitely, especially for Instagram, I try to like have all my pictures really pretty and nice looking, but that's just part of Instagram. Like I don't want my Instagram to look like a mess. I don't know. But I'm not afraid of not being perfect, because I'm not perfect and no one is. And I mean, y'all know that when you see like Instagram, it's always a highlight reel. People love sharing like the happy parts of their life, which is just natural. People want to share like the fun, big, good news that they have going on. And I think everyone should kind of take Instagram especially with like a grain of salt. because you're not seeing into that person's entire life. There's so much more that goes on behind the scenes that you never even know about because people want to keep things personal. They want to have a bit of a personal life as well. Yeah, and then with YouTube videos, my gosh, my videos are all over the place, you guys. You are secretly content with 2 kids and only want a third to please Alex. That is false. No, I definitely want a third. Definitely want 3, and we'll see about 4, but I definitely want a third one. I feel like my family is not yet complete. I'm so happy with my little boys for sure, but I really would like a third. Dog person over cat person? Yes, I love dogs. I don't have a dog, but I do love them. Growing up, we had English bulldogs, so those are my favorite kinds of dogs. And cats are no. Not a fan of the cat life. Cats don't like me. I don't know why. They scratch me and they hiss at me and they like try to, you know, it just, we're not a match. So I am not into cats. All right, you miss your blonde hair. Yes, I do. I look at pictures from like a year or 2 ago. Like right around when I had Quentin, my hair was super blonde. I didn't even realize how blonde it was, but I think I was watching my like birth vlog with Quentin or something. My hair's so blonde and I do miss it. I feel like it was so much fun. But I'm liking this right now. I like that my roots can kind of remain the color that they are when my hair grows in. It's just super low maintenance when you have like this balayage going on, so I'm good with it. All right, next one is, you love the USA and you don't give an F if it offends someone. This is very true. I freaking love America, love the USA. It is the best country in the world, and I think that we are so lucky to be living in this beautiful, wonderful country and to be able to have freedom that we do. And I will always love America. That is true. You hate drama. You would rather just have a good time and a nice glass of wine. 100% true. Okay, next one is, you didn't go to college. Okay, so this is false. I did go to college. I actually went to 2. I started at High Point University in North Carolina. I went there for like a year and a half, and then I transferred to West Virginia University and I graduated from there in 2010. Should have been 2009, but it was 2010 because of transferring and like losing the credits and all of that stuff. Next assumption is that you were part of the mean girls in high school. Okay, this is negative. I was never mean, and I mean, I don't ever remember being mean. I feel like I've always been super nice and like inviting of others. And same with all my girlfriends in high school. Like I feel like we were the group that literally we were friends with like everyone. So no, I was not a mean girl. I've never been a mean girl. Okay, next one is, you're really good with money. This is false. That would be Alex. Alex is very good with money. Me, no. I wish I was. Okay, you've never had a weight problem. This is false. For the most part, I've been like super comfortable with my weight. But in high school, I would say like my junior and senior year, I'm not even joking, I literally ate pasta with butter and salt like almost every single day when I got home from school. Especially in high school when I was like smoking, I would eat so much pasta. It was crazy. I don't know what I was thinking. And I didn't work out. I wasn't on a sports team. So I literally would go home and just eat a massive bowl of pasta with butter and salt every day. So I ended up gaining a lot of weight, especially with senior year. Like I look back at pictures now and I like don't even recognize me. I'm like, what? And then I actually went to college and I guess I just lost it. They say you gain 15 pounds, freshman 15, but I think I was just like having so much fun and I wasn't eating pasta every day. So the weight came off. After having babies, I would say I've like gone up and down with like my weight and all that, but I think that's just normal after you have babies, like to get your, you know, to get your pre-baby body back. I wouldn't really say that's a weight problem though. All right, next one is, you can be friends with people with different opinions than you. I kind of answered this before, but absolutely, I think everyone should be able to have their own opinion and not have people disrespect them or be rude because they think differently. Everyone should be able to think for themselves. I've always been like that. I can literally be friends with anyone. And I respect you for whatever you believe, and I would hope that people would respect me for what I believe. All right, next one is, you love to cook. No, I do not like to cook. I love to eat, but I don't like to cook. So, and it's weird because like my mom's a great cook. My grandmas, both of them, like my mom's side and my dad's side, my grandmas were amazing cooks. My great grandma, she was an amazing cook. They were Italian and she like cooked the best food. And my sister, oh my gosh, my sister should be like a freaking top chef. She can literally go into your kitchen and you think you have no food in your kitchen at all, and she can whip up like the best 5-star gourmet meal. It's incredible. And I did not get that talent. And she just like, I think she just like pretty much watched my grandma and my mom like cook when she was little and just kind of picked it up. Me, no. I was like sitting down ready to eat the food, but I just never paid attention to the cooking part. And when I cook, I either overcook food or I undercook it, it's sick. It's so gross. Like, I'm not a good cook. It sucks. I wish that I could cook because, you know, I do it 4 nights out of the week. Monday through Thursday, I cook dinner. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we either like get takeout or delivery or whatever. And I always look forward to the meals on the weekend because I'm not cooking it, so I actually enjoy them. But yeah, I can't cook. Okay, so I think I got to a lot of them, and Quentin's up and I've got to go get him. So I'm just gonna wrap it up and end it here. I think I'm going to do an updated Q&A very soon though. So I'd love if y'all could leave your questions down below in the comment section of this video, and then hopefully either this week or this weekend I can film the updated Q&A for you guys. But leave me some good questions. Leave me some really good questions. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this assumptions about me video. Don't forget to leave your question down below, give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.